Hey guys, very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the video number 388, and in this video I'm going to give an attempt to answer one of the query I received from my subscriber, and it is on how to extract the attachments as on date from the Outlook folder, right? So if you are new to the channel, then I want to tell you that when you go to the channel, first of all, you will find there 387 videos on Excel VBA, MS Access and Access VBA. What you need to do is on my front page, when you subscribe to the channel, there will be a link there. There's a hyperlink created. There's a button which is the you would see there as a playlist. The name of that, the link is playlist. So when you click on the playlist, you will find there 44 different the categories. So there is a one category there, Excel VBA connecting Outlook with Excel. So when you click on that, you will find there almost, I think, 35 amazing different videos, unique videos on how to transfer the image from one folder to another folder, how to save as the attachments, whether they are Excel attachments, JPG files, images, whatever, text files, how you can extract them from the folders, how to work with the subfolders, how to work with the subfolders. So there are a lot of things, guys. Right now I'm going to, without wasting the time, I'm going to try to answer Vineet question. And Vineet says that, hi Ajay, could you include a code to download the attachment by as of today's date? So he was watching this video, as you can see here, video number, I think it is 160 or 80, I don't remember, long time back this video was uploaded. And in this video I talked about it, how to actually save the files from the Outlook, save the attachments based on the some specific email you're looking, some specific subject line in the email. So in this case, now today what we are going to do, this is my dummy folder, and as you can see here, I have got here these different emails. We are going to run a code which will first of all find it out that which date basically it is. We will set up the condition. If you want it that the attachments should be, all the the files should be, for example, extracted till January 1st 2017, or maybe February 28th 2017, whatever date you will give, accordingly your attachments will be extracted. So that's what we're gonna do. So guys, the first thing you need to do is you go to the tools and the reference, and I'm gonna run this video very fast because we have talked about these all stuff a lot. 30, I think 35 videos are there on the Excel Outlook. So go ahead and watch that. I have explained in very much detail about the connections set up with the how you set up the connection with the Outlook. Okay, and what exactly the classes we use in the Outlook. So this is the first thing you need to do. Please click on the Microsoft Outlook 16.0. I'm using Outlook 16, so that's why you see here 16.0. If you have a lower version, you would find here a different number, but you got to on this Microsoft Outlook library. Once you click that, this is how we are going to proceed. So if you're watching the video for the first time, I want to tell you that when you work with the Outlook, basically there are a couple of things you need to take care in your mind, right? What is, first of all, you will have to create an Outlook application. You will have to create your variable, object variable, which can refer to the Outlook application, and that this is you do it by defining any variable. So you can write here anything. I'm just going to write here Outlook, okay, as Outlook.application, and then you define it in the VBA memory as new Outlook.application. So what will happen going forward, if you press Outlook dot, you see that Outlook is not a VBA word, guys. It is just word which I have created, but it will work with the moment you press the dot. It will have all the properties and the methods which are actually given to the Outlook object. So far we have created the Outlook object. Now what is the next thing you want to do? The next thing you want to do is, because you want to go to the folder, you will define here folder. So to define the folder, we have a class called namespace. There is a proper procedure to define that. Now namespace actually is a class with the help of which you can actually go to any folder of the Outlook. So this is how you define. I just give it any name. I'm going to give it ONS, and then I define it as Outlook dot namespace, and then I will write setup ONS equals to Outlook dot get namespace, and then you write here MAPI, right, message message application protocol interface. So these are the two standard lines which you will have to write, right? Now what is the next thing? Obviously the next thing is how to set the folder. So I'm going to set up my folder by declaring this echo as outlook.folder, right? Now this folder is equals to what? You know that the folder which I was talking about, that is basically a folder, subfolder created inside the inbox. Okay, so in order to define the subfolder, this is how you define. You're gonna write set fol equals to, then what is your namespace, which is ons, and then it has a method called, get default folder. Now what is the default folder? Obviously it's a part of inbox, so you're gonna write here inbox, choose the inbox, and then again write the folders, and then in the folders write the name dummy, right? This is not a new thing which we are doing today. In my almost 50-60% videos on the Outlook, I have explained this a lot of times, right? So once you have the folder, what you want to do? Well, the next thing is that I got the folder, now I want to go in the folder and I want to extract the attachments. And to extract the attachments, obviously I will have to go to every, each and every mail. I will have to access the email. And to access the email, you got to use another class, guys, which is, I'm going to define it as omail as outlook.mail item. So you should be familiar with all these classes, and then how you're gonna write, how you're gonna set this. So omail is going to be part of my Outlook, create item, and just create the email. That's how you're going to do that. And of course we need the attachment, so I'm gonna write here attachment as outlook.attachment. Okay, now this is the code which I have explained in my previous video as well. I'm just going to run the loop that for each omail theme, my folder dot items, and then next, right? So what will happen, this is a collection loop, this is an inbuilt loop. Now this says that in my folder, which is dummy, please loop through all the emails one by one, and once you loop through the emails one by one, the moment you reach to the first email, before jumping onto the second email, please check the attachment as well if it is there. So I'm going to write here for each AT&T, which is my outlook.attachment, in my omail.attachments. How many attachments I have in one single email? There's no, I think it can be 4, it can be 5, it can be 1. So that's what we're going to do. And finally, we are going to save that attachment where we're going to save that in D drive or wherever you want, right? With the name of my attachment. So you write here the file name. But the point is, this is a very old code. This is quite familiar if you're following the channel, right? I had talked about this previously as well, but we want to put the condition here as on, as my subscribers said, that as on date, right? Now, one thing I want to tell you, that as on date, I really don't think so. Why would you need the as on date? Because otherwise, if you need the as on date, then that means you want to count all the emails, till like, for example, today is it's 12th of April, right, 2017. So if you want that all the emails should be extracted till 12th of April, then I don't think so there's any need to put the criteria, right? You need actually a criteria when you want to extract the dates, for example, only till 1st of March, right? So here I'm going to declare one variable, guys, which is my date as date. You write like this, and then you're gonna write it my date equals to date. Okay, now when you run this, look at this, what happens. You get to see here today date by default. Now this function, VBA function, works the same way as in Excel. You write the today, right? We don't have any today function in the VBA, by the way, but if you go to the Excel and if you just write here today, you see that this is going to give you the today date, but we don't have a date function here. I mean, date, not in that way, right? Here it asks you 3 parameters. You can write whatever you want, but in VBA, if you write the date, then it is going to give you the today date. But I don't need the today date. So for example, what I want is that I want to extract I want to write here the date as 1/1 2017. So my format is going to be, it's a MMDD, so obviously it will pick 1st of January 2015. In this case it doesn't matter, but if I have, let's say, 2nd of January, then I will write 1 hash. So let me just remove this. Okay, now guys, this is what exactly we now we're gonna do the comparison with this my date. If I run this, you see that my date has now is 1 1 2017. And if I show you in my this dummy, this is a email. You can see here it's called the introduction to VBA, one of my actually online the session which I had taken. So that's the email which is received on 23rd 29th of March. So when I'm gonna run this code, this introduction to VBA should not come. Okay, but before I do anything here, let me just run this, and let us first of all see that if we can extract all the attachments. These are the attachment pattern, template, yes pack, and then there's a Lavina add-in, and then there's so this email doesn't have anything, and this has test.ppt. So I'm going to actually put everything in this D drive. So let me just run this. You can see here that I have put the D drive. So I'm just going to run this and let us see. Okay, the attachment is open. Okay, so it is open. Okay, so where it is open, that's very strange. I just want to reset the code, and let me see that where it is opened. No, it's not there, and I'm just going to actually delete it as well. Let me delete everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and run the code again. So I have run the code, and the attachment yespack.txt is open. Don't forget to save the file if you made any changes. Well, I think it's I was actually going through my emails, and I was accessing, I think it's a kind of a last session which is open, and the moment I restart my this PC laptop, this problem would not come. But anyways, that's fine. But we are able to get the all the files here. Now look at this introduction to VBA. This is also coming, but I don't need this. Right now, the next time what will happen, right now I have run the code without any condition, so obviously it actually had extracted all the things. Now guys, if I just write here when it is going to access the emails one by one, I just create here one variable which is going to be omail, and then dot, and then received date. Okay, receive time. Then what will happen, we will have the receive time, and then that receive time I'm simply going to change that. Right, so if I just write here format, and I just want that, because receive time will give you the date and the time both, HMMSS. I just need it in the MM and DD and YYY criteria, right? And then here I will write that if my var is less than equals to my date, then do this, then go to the attachment and extract the attachment. Otherwise, simply do not do anything. So we'll write here else end it. Right, so now I'm gonna run this on the F8 mode, and let us see how it is going to work. So there is just one email which is not going to be captured, right, because which comes in the March, as I was showing you. This email, which is 29th of March. So only the 29th of March is greater than 1st of January 2017, right? So rest of all the attachments should actually come. So let me just run the code and let us see. So I click F8. All right, variable not defined. Okay, so I have to define the variable as well. So I just write here variable, and I'm just gonna write it as date. Okay, and let's go ahead and run the code. Okay, so you have the my data is 1st of January 2017. Perfect. We go. Now you can see here that this is the first time, 29th of March 10:03 and 10 second. Exactly, this is the thing, right? So this dot receive time is actually a property which is associated with this mail item class, and it can tell you the mail time as well, right? So obviously this is when you do the comparison, you have your 29th March and your my date is 1st of this January, which is not of course less than equals to, the condition will fail and it should go in the else mode. Perfect. And then next, and what is the next email? Well, the next email, let us see, the timing is 11th of November 2016, which is this time, so it should definitely go in this attachment, and now it is going to save the file in this way, guys. So this particular email had 3 attachments. That is why the code is running 3 times. So attachments are done, and if I just look at the D drive, you can see that they are coming, right? Perfect. So if I just go ahead and quickly press F5, okay, that's fine, leave that prompt. And now if I go back to the D drive, you see that that introduction attachment is not coming, right? So in this way, guys, you can completely control your Outlook from this. by setting up the date. You just need to set up the date, and you can in fact write the date. You can write the date using the input box. You can write the date even in the Excel, and you can tell your user to, whenever they want to change the date, they can change the date from here. So I mean, there are n number of ways of doing the things. You can create the user form as well. In the user form, you can pop up the calendar, and from the calendar, user can choose the date, and then going forward, that date should be considered in this code. So that's the code. Pause the video and you can see the code, this entire code over here. And that's it for now, guys, and thank you so much for writing me. And keep writing, keep giving your thought, keep giving your, if you have a the way around, please share it. Please share it with the entire, all the subscribers who are associated with this channel, so that everybody can grow. So I will see you soon in the next video, guys, and thank you so much for watching.